a dope move.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype? It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game.
What up, everybody? You know what time it is. It is hump day. That's right. It's the day in the middle of the other days. No, what it is it is Big Game Sports Buzz, where the pro athlete and the sports fanatic get together and talk about all things sports and everything around it. I am Jay Stoggs, the man, the myth, the legend that comes after me because I'm the.
Hey man,
I'm
we
messing
live.
up,
We
man.
can't. Ain't no take two, homeboy. What the hell is going on right now?
Look, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. Hey, I'm the buff nerd. Let's go, Jay Stocks. And of course, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend. The reason why this podcast is called what it is. Why are we doing that already? It's gonna be live tonight, y'all.
I had to blow
Not
that shit up,
Memorex.
bro. Wow.
I'm in the middle of your intro. I don't know if you know that.
I know, but that's not normal how you do it.
The man, the myth, the legend. The reason why this podcast is called what it is. Big Game James.
Man, what's going on, brother?
Brother, apparently too much. Apparently too much. But no, I'm so glad to be here joining with you after the first week of football. Man, I'm so happy that the year has started off right. To me, this is the year.
The year of
The year
what?
has begun. The year has begun.
Oh, now that football started?
Now that football has officially started on both the collegiate and pro levels, the year has begun.
Yeah. I feel you on that. We're gonna talk about it. No, not a bad thing for real. I feel you on that. I am really, really excited about what this college football season brings, or this NFL football season brings. And I believe that there is going to be a lot more upsets to take place. And I know we're going to talk about that starting here soon.
Yes, we are.
And I think the college football world with this new college football playoff format, boy, it's gonna be a good one, man.
You know, and we're as the season progresses, of course, we're going to talk about that. But before we do that, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends, family, your loved ones, and especially your frenemies. Always remember that hate elevates, okay? So make sure that you're sharing this with them. Man, I'm telling you, this season is going to be very, very different. We're going to continue to talk about the college football season, of course, and the landscape and how that looks, because it is going to be very different, and what losing early means for those teams later, right? Because now we're talking about 12 instead of 4. So yeah, big deal. We're looking forward to this college season. It's going to be great because you never know who may sneak in. You never know. But hey, are we ready? Is there anything else that we need to do?
Nope.
Let's get it.
It's time for the 4 Downs. That's right. The hottest sports news around. BGSE presents 4 Downs.
That's right. These are the 4 downs, the 4 items, the 4 subjects that we, Big Game and I, want to talk about that's happening this week. Look, there's been so much going on. Like I said, we're so happy that the year has finally started back. with football. But first, we got to get into the college football upsets. There were quite a few coming out of this weekend. BC defeated Florida State. Now, some may say that this is not. It is, okay? If you're a ranked team going up against going up against an unranked team, that's still an upset, okay?
Yeah, but about that, it happened that Monday on Labor Day. I mean, okay, cool. It counts for this week because they didn't play this.
It counts. Cool. Yeah, it counts.
Yeah,
it counts. Don't.
Hell no. Hell no. Let's say suck. Keep on. Keep going. I don't want to hear about talk about them goddamn trashy Knowles right now. They suck.
Okay, true indeed. Of course, the big upset that everyone is looking at is the Golden Toppers, the Golden Domers. Of course, we're talking about Notre Dame getting beat by NIU 16-14. Man, I know you're looking for it right now. You're looking for that sound.
Bro. Hey, man, I don't know if there's more you're going to say to that lead into that game, but let me just say this.
Go for it.
When that game was scheduled,
yes,
Notre Dame was looking at this where they played, was it Texas A&M week 1?
Yeah.
And when that game,
and it was a good game.
Right, good game. They knew, so they scheduled NIU as a recovery kind of snapback kind of game, right? Mm-hmm. Oh man, we'll play NIU. We'll pay them to come down. We'll beat them up. We can rest our players a little bit,
right?
And we'll get ready for this tough schedule ahead that we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Hey, they said pump the mother loving brakes, bruh. Hey, Northern Illinois was I can't find it. Whatever. They hit the brakes on them, bro. How the hell do you pay a squad $1.4 million to come into your house and then take it on the chin, dog?
Yeah. I don't know. And then the fact, like you said, they came in. Yeah, they came in, hit the brakes. They came in and beat you. And it was if you watched the game, you would have noticed and saw that this was a game where they did not look like they were in it at all. They were not engaged. They did not care. They were not ready to play this game.
Jay, I think it's a trap game. I mean,
yeah,
been there, done that, and no matter coaches talk about it, they try to keep players from doing it. It is so easy to look past the schedule. Mm-hmm. It is so easy to look past that current opponent, especially as one you think that you're going to just walk over. And I'll say this. I paid it in all the bowl games that you say you hate seeing every year.
Yes.
I saw this head coach at Northern Illinois make it to a bowl game last year, prepare his team to play. And I was like, you know what? This is a tough team. I mean, you better be careful scheduling them as an easy win. Now, did I think that they still had a chance against Notre Dame? No. But what I thought could happen did happen. They came in, they had nothing to lose, and they played like it. They played like, okay, cool, all we need is a chance. Notre Dame played with no life, no energy. They gave Northern Illinois a chance, and Northern Illinois, all the 16-13, but that's a woodshed beating for them because, like, Notre Dame could not exert their dominance and force and put them away. Yeah. Never. They just look so bad on so many levels, bro.
They did, and look, there were some other upsets, but this to me speaks to like really that big upset that did happen over the weekend. Mm-hmm. The other upsets, Iowa State over Iowa. Again, Iowa's ranked, so you may say, "Oh well, hey, it's an
interstate rivalry game," but nonetheless, it's still Iowa on paper was supposed to win. So technically, yes, it's still an upset, Jay. You're right on that.
Right. Yeah. Syracuse over Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech gets the ranking because of the fact that they beat Florida State. Again, 23, but Syracuse.
It's not upset me. Because now you're showing that you beat a Florida State team that was ranked 10th, that wasn't the 10th best team in the country. So Georgia Tech, that was a little fool's goal. You know what I'm saying? You jumped up ahead. You got a ranking because you beat Florida State. What I just
Yeah.
said about the Noles. No, oh hell to the no, man. Nope. Sorry, they look like hot water garbage right now.
Not hot water garbage. Now, this didn't happen, but I do want to talk about my school, U of H, and playing Oklahoma really, really tough all the way down to the wire. Yes, no, they didn't make it through, but 12-16 on a 15th ranked team. And reality is U of H was not a good looking team on paper.
No, because
right, coming in, and they got
UNLV beat the brakes off of them the week before.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Oh, it hurts me to talk about that team down south that wears red. In the state of Nevada. I'm not talking about Houston, y'all. I'm talking about,
doubt.
The other school in the state of Nevada that wears red.
The school that will remain
nameless. Yes, on this show.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Kevin Thomas. Your school. God damn it, good win. But yeah. I mean, I will say this.
Yeah.
For this great SEC conference that everyone talks about, if Oklahoma plays like this and that conference is as good as they say, hey, they in trouble. Oklahoma will be in trouble.
Man, look, speaking of, go ahead. Well, I was just going to say this. Speaking of that conference, the Big 12 SEC matchup between Texas and Michigan, which is weird to say, SEC Big 10, but okay. Complete domination from the first whistle to the last by Texas and Michigan. Is Michigan done?
I don't think they're done. I think they're still trying to find an identity after losing so many people. And you might say, how do they need to find an identity? Yes, Shamar Moore, he's a former offensive line coach. Yes, he wants to be physical. They want to still run the ball. But I will say this. Let's tip our hat to Texas, Jay. For so long, Texas Longhorns have been slighted since the national championship run with Mac Brown as coach. They've been said to have a lot of talent and not be a physical team. I believe that Sark has these guys believing that they can be that team after making it to the playoffs last year. So not that Michigan is down or that bad. I believe Texas is a team that's going to have to be contended with. If for so long it was so easy, like, Texas, they get all these athletes, but they suck. Or like, Texas can't even keep their own students and their own athletes at home. They leave and go to Oklahoma. It's starting to turn a little bit, it looks like. So I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah. Seeing what Georgia did and how they played, especially against Clemson, and how they continue to roll, I think, when you see that these are two teams both in the SEC, and I believe you'll see them in the SEC championship, and that's going to decide, what's going to happen in the playoffs and who eventually will be the winner. I do believe that it is going to come out of the SEC. Looking at the other teams in the other conferences, I just can't see how it comes out of Big Ten. I can't see how it comes. ACC is done. They're done.
You're putting the whole conference on done? The whole ACC?
Yeah, all you had was Florida State and Clemson, and they're both trash. So now what you got? Vatech? Virginia Tech? Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real.
They're both pretty good this year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you keep believing that.
Supposed to. Don't judge me on what I'm repeating. It's just what I'm repeating, Jay Stein.
Okay, I hear you, man. I hear you. So yeah, big upsets. Definitely looking forward towards week 3 and seeing what's going to happen in the college football landscape with that. Please, hit that like button. Get us in your algorithm. Make sure that you make sure that you tell other people about the podcast, because we got great content, which leads into second down for us. And this one, I've been hearing murmurs about this, and I don't know if this is actually going to happen, but here's the question. I think we can all say without a doubt that Caitlin Clark is the consensus rookie of the year.
Hands down.
I think it's very easy to say that.
Hey, real quick, Jay, we had a lot of haters last week on the short that I did. We asked a question about Caitlin Clark, and her name was misspelled. That was done by AI. I apologize. They did the video short. And I didn't check it. And it spelled Caitlin with a K instead of a C or whatever the hell it is. Get over it. It's okay. Life goes on.
It's all right.
That's all.
Boo. Okay. Now that we've done with that. Yeah. Crack a beer. Is she also the MVP of the league?
No.
Should she? Oh, really?
No, she's not. Now she's playing.
Is that because she's a rookie? She can't be the MVP?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. I believe a rookie can be MVP of a league.
Okay.
But right now, the best player still in the WNBA is A'ja Wilson. Period.
If you take A'ja Wilson off of the Aces, do they still win?
You know, not as dominant as they do. You can say they would because of Kelsey Plum and all the other pieces they have, but no, A'ja Wilson is the it factor that still makes the rest of them go.
If you take Caitlin Clark off of that team, do they even win at all?
Hell no. That's why they picked her first last year.
So to me,
I'm not doing that. You're not gonna trip me.
Well, see, the difference is if you take her away, they don't win. She's more valuable. She's more valuable.
The most valuable player. That is what MVP. So you know what that stands for. You know what it means. MVP. Give her the Rookie of the Year. Give her MVP. Let her go on about her way and continue to grow this league like it should have been grown. But unfortunately, I mean, you can call me cuckoo, but who else is more valuable than Caitlin Clark to the league right now?
A'ja Wilson, the one who's the league MVP.
Stop it. No, she's not.
Yes,
she's not. I'm going to tell you why I say that. A'ja Wilson does not move the needle for people to come watch. And that's a reality.
She should.
I didn't say she should.
Her game. Okay, you're just talking facts of what is right now. Okay, cool. I give you that.
I didn't say she shouldn't. I didn't.
I'm not accusing you. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I jumped the gun. I let my hate and anger come out on you, and I apologize about that. Okay.
I'm so used to it, though. I'm just so used to it. I'm like, okay, this is
here we go. Being a hater.
Yes, you're a habitual hater, man. Like that's your MO. That's what you do. I love you for it, but I just know that's what it is.
I just gave you as your phone would say if someone texted to you, brown middle finger emoji.
Brown. What's that? Brown? You mean poop?
No, I just mean a black hand. That's all.
Oh. Why we have to bring race into it?
I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that I change my emoji to match my skin color. I'm so sorry.
No, I do too. So
that's another topic,
but again, if you take her away, and that's where I judge it. That's where I base it. You cannot tell me that Caitlin Clark, not only if you take her away from her team or the league, she's the MVP. She is the MVP. Hands down, give it to her. There you go.
All right, J-Star.
And I hear what you're saying about A'ja Wilson. She is a all-around great player. She's an all-around great player. But I do believe if you take her away from that team, the Aces, though they're not as good, they would still be a very good team. They'd still be a good team. The Fever would be hot garbage. Even though they have a first-round draft pick that they had last year.
Boston, yeah. I know. They need each other. It's okay. It's like Ebony and Ivory. They need each other. It goes together. We understand. But you asked me a question. Should she win Rookie of the Year and League MVP? I'm just saying, no, she's good. She's great. She is definitely, for the past episode, when I fixed my mouth to say that Angel Reese is the WNBA Rookie of the Year, I opened my mouth and inserted foot. Okay, Caitlin Clark is that person. So everybody that was like ready to like burn my house down and talk bad about my family and shit.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. Man, you don't get into all the BGSB or the Big Game Sports Buzz chat like I do. I mean, I gotta ward it off, bro. They be coming for your boys sometimes. Like I'm the one in charge of everything. Like I say everything. Although I did say
anything. You did say that one. I don't say anything.
You didn't agree with me at the time?
I can't remember that.
All right, we're going to run the tape back. We'll find out. It's cool.
I can't remember right now, man.
Caitlin Clark is this year's Rookie of the Year. Unanimous choice decision. Cool. Yeah. Can we do me a favor, though? I don't want Caitlin Clark cannot be talked about for the next 2 weeks on BGSB.
Ooh, that's tough. Playoffs.
I don't care. Watching the WNBA playoffs. I'm watching the finals.
You're not watching the playoffs.
Hold on. I'm going to find the button for it, too. Yeah.
Don't find the button, man. Don't find the button. Let's move to third down.
Hell yeah, I said it. I said it. Third down.
Over the weekend, unfortunately, an episode happened to one of the national football players, for National Football League's most elite players, Tyreek Hill, and his detainment prior to his game in Miami by the Miami Police Department. It was recorded. There's actually, I believe, over an hour of recordings that have been released, and it clearly shows that, he was taken out of his car forcibly, drugged to the ground, forcibly sat down and pushed. Calais Campbell, as well as I believe it was Bruno or Juno, but I know those two were detained as well, and they were handcuffed. Well, Tyreek Hill, they were handcuffed.
Mm-hmm.
One officer has been, at this point, put on administrative leave. Possibly will be fired. But I can't imagine this type of deal going on and what to think of as you go through this. And I put this on here. I know a lot of people have talked about it. I really haven't heard too many athletes outside of Miami speak on this. Okay. It's really just been kind of contained with them. And I don't know if that's a good thing where it's just their message, which I get that. The team has talked about how this is disgusting and, they didn't want this to happen, as well as the coach. He got emotional, as well as other players that were talking about this got emotional. Tua was one of them, Tua Tagovailoa. So I'm going to sit back and just let you talk about this situation, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. But first and foremost, you best believe that at that Monday morning team meeting, every NFL head coach used this as a teaching moment. If they didn't, they should be fired. I feel a couple different ways about this. And some people are going to say, well, part of your answer is race related. Yes, it is, because while I've talked about it with some of my former teammates before of different skin tones, there's ways that we have to ride around a lot different than they do. And it's not a bad thing. It's not me trying to play victim to anything. But at every team meeting that we would have on a Monday morning, if anything crazy happened that weekend, Coach Dungy would have it up on the board going over it, saying, guys, this is what I tell you. You have to act a certain way. Now, I saw released video footage. Mm-hmm. Regardless if you like how Tyreek Hill handled the situation or not, he didn't deserve to end up on the ground the way he did. And when he was telling the officer, I've had knee surgery, I can't do that. And the only word you hear is, I don't care. Players, you still have to realize you are not bigger than the law. Now, granted, that being said, do I think this officer took the law into his own hands and wanted to make you, Tyreek Hill, abide by his own rules? Yes, I do. But at the same time, when you're driving a Lamborghini in a wife beater as a black male in Miami, you have to be ready for anything that could happen when you get pulled over. Was it right? Don't think it was. Does it happen? Yes. I've been pulled over before, and I was pulled over back when I was playing professional football. Thank God that when the officer saw my name on the lights, he's like, hey, man, come on now, slow down. Thank you, sir, my bad. Why are you going so fast? I got a meeting to get to, and if I'm late, I get fined blah, blah, blah dollars per minute. hey man, follow me. I've had that happen. I've had that happen. I've had to slow down happen. I've had to, hey man, I ain't gonna be right. You know what you gotta do. It wasn't a lot of times I got pulled over, but it happens. But like I said, in every facility that Monday morning following it, it was gonna be talked about because it was gonna be national news. What's gonna change? Jay, I played over 20 years ago. Same thing was happening then. The only thing that's worse now, I mean, that may help now is you can't get away with as much because of people are pulling out phones and filming stuff.
Yep.
Because if Tyreek Hill wasn't Tyreek Hill, and if he didn't have people film it, would that cop really been put on administrative leave, or wouldn't they have gotten away with how they handle things?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate the situation, and I hate to sit here and say, "Hey, man, police tell you something, you got to do it." When I've had friends of mine that are police tell me, "Hey, man, if you get stopped, all you got to do is roll your window down enough to hand them your information and sit there and wait. You don't have to by law roll your window all the way down." I've had friends of mine that's policemen tell me this. Now, the different every state, I don't know. Is that 100% true? I don't think those guys lie to me. They've been policemen for over 20 years, 30 years, some of them. Sergeants and everything else to like, hey man, when your son gets his driver's license, this is what you need to tell him to do to be safe in the car. I asked my police officer friends that, and that's guys that are white and black.
Yeah.
So it transpires over. You don't want it to become about race, but at the same time, does anyone else on that team give? And dude, they right in front of the stadium. The two cars the other two cars that stopped was a Range Rover SUV and another luxury car. So he telling you, I'm Tyreek Hill, I'm going to work right now, I'm going to the game, I run a little late. Give me my ticket. You want to say, hey, well, I run the show. I'm sticking my chest out, damn it, you're gonna listen to me. That's all that was, man. And I hate the whole situation.
Yeah. Now, all the way around the machismo, just the was he wrong for speeding? Yeah, okay. No one's denying that. He doesn't deny that. He even says in the recording, "Hey man, give me my ticket so I can go." This is exactly what he said, right? And so at that moment, at that point, look, the National Football League is going to have to do something. The organization is going to have to do something, but also what they're going to have to do is really have and what I liked about what Tyreek Hill said was, hey, I want to see a change. And so if he's really willing to be a part of that change, I'm all for it. I'm all for that, right? Go into the community, be a part of the change, talk to the police officers, say, hey, look, this is what happened. This cannot happen. Let's see how we can work together to make this better. Now, if it's going to be rhetoric
why does the football player have to go to the policeman and say, let's figure out a way to make this better?
Look,
when
I hear you.
When he wasn't the one that was, I don't think he was wrong.
Okay. Fair enough. You don't think it was wrong. But what I will say is this. If one person believes that they're not wrong, why would they change? Right? So you're going to have to go and tell that person, hey, you know what? That shirt don't fit. That shirt don't fit. It's not a good fit. It's not a good look for you. Because they think it's good. Right? They've been wearing it for like 10 years and they ain't, no, their body is different 10 years later. So sometimes you got to go. You have to be the one who's offended by the shirt being not a good fit that you got to look upon and say, you know what, let's help you. Let's move into fourth down, man. But there's a lot of conversations from that. We'll continue to monitor, of course, and talk about it. But I love it.
Cheetah, stand strong, Cheetah. Stand strong, Cheetah.
Hey, free Cheetah.
Slow your ass down.
That part. When you sent this to me, I chuckled. I really chuckled. Apparently, Robert Kraft, as you put it to me, is a little upset, a little peeved, a little heated that one Jerry Jones is in the Hall of Fame and he isn't. Now, come to what's going on? Tell me what's going on here, Big Game.
Well, from what I read in my whole understanding of this article that was released I saw it on ESPN.com. Robert Kraft is upset that Cowboys owner Jerry Jones is already in the Football Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame, and he is not as an owner because of what the Patriots have accomplished, the amount of championships that they have. But a lot of people are saying that it's because of Deflategate, he may have known about it, that's right now hindering him getting in. And so I look at this and laugh because here you have two old, rich people. And the only thing
I'm glad how you said that.
Rich, old, rich people.
Old certain type of people of a persuasion.
And I had to change the tonnage of the rich.
Appreciate that
for what I want to say, right?
Yeah.
So you trying to tell me out of everything that's going on, with the Patriots over the past few years, the only thing that Robert Kraft could come up with is like, hey, that ain't fair.
Yeah.
Y'all let Jerry in. So now, to me, when I see it, Jay, and it's not about the whole particulars for me. To me, my brain, it told me that Robert Kraft must have been talking to somebody and say, hey, man, can you believe I'm not in the Hall of Fame and Jerry Jones is? I know I went to the massage parlor and got a happy ending, but he got an illegitimate child. I know I was part of Deflategate, but he did it. It seems like he was behind closed doors doing the whole about Jerry Jones, trying to compare why he should be in the hall if Jerry's in. And like, bro, really? This is all you're getting old, dog. You don't have probably a whole lot of time left on this earth.
Right.
This is how you spending your last days right now? Bitter that Jerry Jones is in the hall already. You'll get in.
He's gonna get in. Without a doubt, he's gonna get in. But here's what I think. I don't think it was him. I think someone around him said, you know what's kind of crazy? Don't you think it's crazy that Jerry's in the hall and you're not? Like, he deserves it. Jerry deserves to be in the hall. He's a contributor. You know, he's done a lot of stuff for the league and yeah, you know, he's been on a lot of committees and he's considered, you know, an elder statesman of the league. I get that, but man, look at what you've accomplished. Don't you think you should be there too? And Robert Kraft said, you know, you're right. I've done a lot of stuff for this league. I've won a lot of championships in this league. I'm an elder statesman of this league. Why am I not in the Hall of Fame right now? Oh, yeah. It's definitely somebody gaslighting that dude. You're right. He's going to get in. There's no doubt about it. But, yeah, somebody gaslighted that dude.
That's like being at the senior citizen center, fighting over who got the last orange Jello. Really, that's what we're doing.
That's what they're doing.
Why y'all let Jerry get the orange Jello? I wanted the orange Jello. He should have got the yellow Jello or the red one.
I've been here just as long as him. I don't get why I got more championships than he does.
Right.
Why? That's why, man. That's why. And there you go. There it is. We say, old people stuff. Yeah, it is old people stuff. Because Jerry helped transcend the league and we're $10 billion. And we talk about Jerry all the time. We don't talk about Robert Kraft unless he's getting massages. And now we don't even talk about that anymore. What? He does. He gets them special. He gets them special
Jerry
massages.
got no special massages too.
No, Jerry stick it in.
Yeah, that's what he was massaging it.
Yeah, Jerry don't have a weak pullout game, bro. That's what's going on, Jerry.
Oh shoot.
And he got a weak pullout game.
And to that, boys and girls.
Oh hell no. 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 Oh hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's right, folks. This is the part of the podcast where we see things that happen and make us say, oh, hell no. Like Jerry's pullout game. Oh, hell no. Yeah, and you're right, Q. On the yacht. Already on the yacht. What you got, man?
Speaking of pulling out,
Go ahead with it.
Shannon Sharp needs to know when he should and shouldn't pull out his phone. All over the internet today, all I have seen is memes, gifs, heard audio recordings of Unc getting it in on the internet.
Hey.
Shannon Sharp, it said that you accidentally went live before an intimate moment. I'm not buying the accidental part.
No.
How do you accidentally bring up Instagram, go live, have it where it's just facing your door, and all you hear is adult wrestling coming from the room?
Adult wrestling.
I have kids that listen to the show sometimes, Jay, and it has a parental guidance warning on it. But
I hear you.
That being said,
adult wrestling. Shannon Sharp. Have you heard it, Jay? I haven't heard it yet, but I will.
What?
I know I will.
Okay, I am about to send you a clip right now.
Listen, I can already imagine, even though I don't want to. I can imagine it's probably something like, let me tell you something, girl. Right here, these biscuits, ooh, you gonna love this. Okay. So now you know when there it is. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm sure that sounds something like that.
No, it doesn't. That's a very good interpretation and impression, though. Take the X. It's everywhere. You can see it without wanting to see it. Okay, I'll just say that. I got one more though too. We just talked about, and the reason I went in on Florida State today.
Yes.
I don't know how old this video is, but this too is surfacing on X right now. While DJ Ugale is taking a snap at practice.
Yeah.
There are two fools running around the practice field shooting each other with water guns. You are 0-2. You were the 10th ranked team in the country. You've taken it on the chin 2 weeks in a row to unranked opponents, and you got the nerve to pull out a super soaker at practice and run around and shoot somebody else with it? Oh, no.
Hey.
No, you can't play with no water gun at practice. You were 0-2.
That's people out there playing booty games. And you know what we don't do, James? We don't be playing the booty games. We don't be playing the booty games. Speaking of playing booty games.
That's all I got, man. It's your turn, bro.
Man, speaking of booty games, apparently Deshaun Watson is still not out of this. Like, how can we not get out of this? 2020, there's an accusation of him going on a date with a young lady. Now, listen, I'm not accusing.
Did you say 2020?
2020 is when this actually happened. It didn't happen while.
Go ahead, finish.
But to me, this is the oh hell no. It's look. I don't ever want to blame anyone for not feeling uncomfortable, not coming forward. I never want to do that. But there's a point where when you look at this story and you read the story and it's like, okay, so wait, you weren't ready, right? Okay, you show up in the robe. Okay, cool. You know this dude has a reputation. You got a rep. You got a rep out there. And then it's like, hey, you mind if I just lay down on your bed butt naked and you give me a massage? You're like, break that off. Just, hey, you know what? You need to leave. You need to leave. Deshaun Watson is an idiot, okay? I told you this last week. The dude is a shell of himself. He looks like he just discombobulated, like he's in another world. I hope he gets help. That brother needs help. For real, for real. But come on, man. Let's be better. Let's be better. Here's my second one, man. We were just talking about all the things that happened with Tyreek Hill. Here's what I don't like. simulating being handcuffed as a touchdown. I have an issue with that. I get everything that goes around it, that happened around it, surrounded it, but that's not what we need to do. Back that on up. If it was really an issue and a problem for you, don't simulate that, because your ass could be in handcuffs for real for a while.
Jay Stoggs, you know what? And in light of everything, that's a very serious something. Because here it is, you come out of your Monday morning press conference saying that the guy who arrested you should be gone forever, should be fired for mistreating you. But yet you mock him by celebrating with your hands behind your back.
And Waddle's handcuffing you. Come on, man. Let's be better.
And in other news, Tyreek Hill is a jackass.
Can't win for losing. Like, I want to sympathize with you, but then you do stupid stuff like that. That makes me say, oh, hell no. That's all I got.
There were pretty solid old hell no's this week, man. I like those, and I'd run them back. I'd run them back. I hope I don't have to run them back. So
I hope
to all
so
the
either.
people that made us curse tonight, please don't do it,
man. Don't. Y'all are the old hell no's.
Hey,
let's go to the next one.
Hey, put that. Hey, man, you got to turn your mic off, bro.
First, you'll meet there with no license.
Oh, that thought cute. Hey, man, it's time between the lines.
Between the Lines, powered by Loyal to Ash Cigar Subscription. Get your subscription today.
That's right. Make sure that you hit up that Puff Sip Chat. Great podcast. Great guys. Great person that's on there. Make sure you hit them up. Some great information. Definitely can help you out. Man, Between the Lines. Let's get it, man. You got this one.
Hey, man, before we get it, hey, do we want to do Between the Lines, the whole thing, before we do Pick Six?
Oh, that's a good question. Now let's do Between the Lines and then we'll do Pick Six.
All right. So, first and foremost, man, Monday Night Football, the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers take the field without CMC, and they still pulled out the belt and took Aaron Rodgers and the Jets to the woodshed and gave him a whipping. Someone asked me this, and I said, you know what? I'm glad you asked me that. I'm going to save it for my show on Wednesday. Is Aaron Rodgers done? Is he done? Is the Jets done? Or is this just one game they can bounce back for, Jay Stocks? Because I know you always have interesting take on what you call Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to call him that nickname. I will let you do the honor.
Douche Dodgers.
But what's your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers, man, and what's going on with him and the New York Jets?
Listen, I have said this, and I wholeheartedly believe this, because I've seen this not only in a locker room, not on a professional level myself. Well, actually, when I've interviewed people, I have seen it. I've experienced it. You can feel it, but it's a culture. The Jets, the New York Jets, have a culture of losing, okay? They have a culture of not being able to step up to the highest level when you have to. Douche Dodgers is that dude, okay? He's so relaxed and let's chill and whatever. There's no sense of urgency about that team. And to me, it starts from the top down. They were going to get beat. Just the fact that CMC wasn't there and the 49ers did not look like they knew what they were doing as well. I promise you, it's because they did not play preseason. As the season rolls on, if the Jets met them later on in the season, it would have been way worse. It would have been way worse. Douche Dodgers is done. He's washed. What are we looking at? Overthrows, underthrows, people not on the same page with him. I mean, listen, I'm Garrett Wilson. I'm looking at him like he did when he underthrew him for, I think it was like a 4th and 3 or 4th and 4, something like that. Like, bro, what are you doing? Just lead me. Just lead me. I'm going to catch it. He's done. He's washed. All they have now is Brees Hall, so they're going to put 8, 9 in the box. They're over with. They're done. Let's go.
Man, this one, I put this short out on Tuesday, and it's just been itching. I think it's almost too easy to take the bait, and I took it. I took the alley-oop and I tried to dunk it. The Arizona Cardinals were up 17-3 on the Buffalo Bills.
Man, come
and
on.
lost the game. Still had a chance late. Kyler Murray had rookie wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. wide open and didn't see him. Now, there's a quote out there that I just believe is a fake quote. There's no way Kyler Murray said that. Well, it's his job to run routes, and it's my job to throw it to him sometimes. I don't believe that quote at all. I think sometimes, right? You're the quarterback. If you throw it to the wide receiver, or open wide receiver all the time. So that I don't believe that. But this is the number that struck me, Jay.
What's that?
Marvin Harrison Jr. had 54 plays. He ran 33 routes.
Wow.
He was only targeted 4 times. 1 catch for 4 yards. This is your number 1 draft pick. Wow. This is supposed to be your saving grace to helping Kyler Murray out. Wow. What's going on? Is it time for people in Arizona to panic already?
If they haven't already started, then the peyote is really good down there.
Oh, no, you didn't go to peyote. You didn't go there, dog.
Because that's the only thing they could be smoking on or sniffing on or huffing on to think that they don't have an issue down there. I wish we could play the clip. I know we don't have rights to it, but Denny Green told them they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. You're up 17. You keep playing the game. Keep playing the game. The problem with this is it's going to put Kyler Murray more in the spotlight that he doesn't want to be in. We've already heard that he doesn't study. That's what's coming out of the organization. And they had to backtrack that and say, no, he studies at home. We just don't see it all the time. No, he doesn't. Because if he did, maybe he would have known Marvin Harrison Jr. would be open.
Oh,
spot. So, I mean, yeah, why? Hey, already. That's why Fitzgerald retired. I think he could have still been playing. Maybe this would have been his last season, but he saw the writing on the wall and said, look, if I go anywhere else, it's just going to be a disaster. Might as well just go and give it up. I still got my knees. I still got, my head with me. I'm good to go. Kyler Murray is not it. Huh?
No, Kyler Murray is not it. Like I said, when I saw the stat line, I just instantly asked, is it time to panic if you're Cardinals fans? And if you Marvin Harrison Jr., you're thinking to yourself, what the hell did I get myself into? Which I know he didn't pick that team. He got drafted there. But
yeah,
bro, I saw the replay. And I was watching that game because it was the early game and I was still waiting for my Buccaneers to come on. And I didn't see it at first. And I saw the replay later and I was like, holy hell. It was nobody. Nobody by it. And he didn't.
I mean, the argument that he will make is, hey, you know what? I was under duress, or I was the line had broken down and blah blah blah. Listen, the reality is this: if you are an Arizona Cardinals fan, there are 3 things you need to make sure that you have when you go to the game. Have your Cardinals jersey. Have enough money for alcohol. And make sure you got yourself a brown paper bag so nobody knows it's you. That's what you need. That should be part of your kit.
Damn. You making them the modern day Aints?
Man, no, the Aints are going to be the Aints. Okay. How about I don't want them to use a plastic bag because then they'll suffocate. But maybe they should if they're still a Cardinals fan. Maybe you need a plastic bag.
I'm done. I don't want no big game. James does not condone anyone suffocating because
I don't want you to suffocate. I mean, you already are hurting because you're a Cardinals fan. So, hey, it is what it is. I understand. Well, actually, I don't, because it's not that bad here.
Shit,
It's not that bad.
it's close.
Like we at least can say, you know what, we'll make the playoffs. We'll lose, but we'll make the playoffs. There, it's like, well, let's see, how high of a pick will we get this year? Like that's
true. And how the hell did they beat y'all last year?
overlooked. They overlooked and they did not care about them. And Josh Dobbs, who's a running quarterback. That part.
All right, man. I got one more for you.
Let's do it.
And I know my man A. Reed may see this and be upset with your boy, but I just have to ask this.
I'd be all right.
It's a lack of preseason play amongst everybody. I do understand it. And it's very evident week 1 in the NFL. I swear. We've said this numerous times before. You know, I'm a big believer in you got to get that continuity before you take the field.
Sure.
But did you ever imagine the New England Patriots going into Cincinnati and beating the Bengals?
No. Not at all. That's a big upset to me. That's when that's a NIU Notre Dame upset.
Right. But I'm gonna ask this question because it's crossed my mind. And I know everybody gonna be like, all right, this fool is crazy. I don't care. Is Joe Burrow overrated?
Yes, that's easy. Yes. We said that. Listen, he had his opportunity that 1 year for the Super Bowl, squandered it off, and now you're starting to see what Joe Burrow really is. Okay. I will not say he's a flash in the pan. I will say this. He needs his weapons. He needs his weapons to play well. He needs to be well himself. I don't think he's 100%. He can say his wrist has nothing to do with his throwing motion and all of this and all of that. But the reality is that he's never really been 100%, except for the year that he went to the Super Bowl.
He's had one healthy year, bro.
That's it. So they're going to have to get better protection for him.
Right.
They're going to have to get better running for him so they could, and better scheming so they can use the play action and the RPOs or whatever they need to for him. But no, Joe Burrow is not.
And he's missing Mixon. He's missing Joe Mixon as running back. He looks good in Houston. And
yes.
What's the other running back they had besides Mixon?
Not Pirine.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, there's no running game there that's really of evidence. And again, their offensive line is porous at best. So he's going to get hit. He's going to get hurt. I don't even remember any of their receivers really making or doing anything. I'll tell you like this. I knew not to draft any Cincinnati Bengals receivers in any of the 3 leagues that I'm in for fantasy. Not one.
Okay.
And people would tell me, oh, well, Jamar Chase, he's the number 1 receiver. Yeah, but who's throwing to him? And
Joe Burrow.
T. Higgins, who's throwing to him? Right? So you have to take that into account.
I ain't seen that. But I know Cincinnati. Hey, the orange uniforms are sick, though. Them all oranges, they was
great.
Cool. They was great.
That's awesome.
Y'all got beat by Jacoby Brissett and a first-year head coach. Hey, Gerard Mayo, congratulations, bro. I am happy for you. Hey, man, y'all better start playing y'all players in the preseason. Y'all gonna keep looking like dog booty in the first game of the season.
Dog booty.
I mean, dog booty. All right, man. We have no intro because of computer issues.
I got you. Ready?
But it's time for Pick Six. Take it to the house.
That was nice.
Oh man, I appreciate that, dog. I do my best.
No, man. When I did it with you, it was nice.
Oh yeah, it was even better.
Yeah, because I said Pick Six. You said it. All right, let's go.
You the buff nerd. Hey man, Pick Six.
Let's go.
6 games that we pick our winners right here on BGSB. I'm gonna throw them out to the buff nerd and let's see what he says. First game. And you know why I picked it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Ford Field in Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions, a rematch of last year's divisional playoff games. Baker Mayfield coming off of a career high
Man.
295 passing yard, or not career high, but 4 touchdowns and a QBR rating that was out the roof. He was 16 of 20 passing ball.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Who did they play last week?
Hey, man, that was a great job by Baker Mayfield.
I'm just asking who they played last week. I don't remember.
This week, the Buccaneers have the Detroit Lions. Who do you like in this game?
Who did they play last week?
I mean, last week is over. We're not talking about last week.
Just tell me who they played last week. I don't remember.
They played some team that had a W on their helmet. I don't even know who that is.
The Washington Commanders. Okay. Man, here. All right, Q. Look,
what the hell Q say?
I
mean, don't be laughing at that, Q. Don't let J Stocks pull you into that bulldog.
Look, man.
We can say, okay.
I just asked.
Keep it hot.
I'll be honest.
Like hot player.
I think this is going to be a great game. Look, Baker Mayfield has been coming on ever since he got the contract, and there's been confidence in him. And I think actually the way the Buccaneers have used him and utilized him, he has weapons, right? That backup running back that they have,
Bucky Irvin, he looked pretty good.
Let's go, White. I don't know what you finna do, my friend, but you ain't finna play.
You need 2 good running backs in the NFL nowadays.
That's true. Now it's running back by committee, but now that you have those 2, that takes even more pressure off of Baker Mayfield. But you still have Detroit, who, in my opinion, they're coming off of a bad game against LA. I think they actually could have done a lot better job against them. I think they're knocking the rust off again. No preseason, so this is what happens. But I actually think Detroit pulls this out. It'll be a close game. Sorry, a lot of cannons won't be fired, but it's going to be a great game. If they do win, I won't be surprised too much. But Detroit, I think, still just has too much firepower for them on the offensive side.
I see how you try to do that right there with no cannons being fired. And that's cool.
Not as many. I said not as many.
Nice, but there'll be no cannons fired when we score anyway because it's in Detroit. It's in the Motor City. First and foremost, man, I like what the Buccaneers have done. Liam Cohen, I have some questions about. I like what he did. This offensive line is still for the Lions is good, one of the better offensive lines in the NFL. We still like pass rush production. Calais Kansas didn't play last week, neither did Logan Hall. We had 1 sack against the Commanders. That's not known for having a great offensive line. So that does concern me. Amon-Ra St. Brown did not have a great game at all, so I feel like he's going to come back and try to make it a point to be the man. Also, although Jameson Williams was balling. Anyway, I'm still. Is it cool? Can I pick against my team? Realistically,
of course.
Can you ever pick against your team? I think this is going to be a tough road test for the Buccaneers, but I'm glad it's one that we have early in the season, and I think this will be a measuring stick for where we are this season. But I think Tampa comes up short to the Detroit Lions. I really do. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's going to be a good game, though. It's going to be a really good game.
The team that in that state that's shaped like a boot, the Saints, coming to Dallas to take on your Cowboys. Now, Dallas looked like gangbusters in week 1 against the Cleveland Browns, but let's be honest.
It's Cleveland.
They all played California School of the Tug and Rub. What do you think happens in this game, bro?
Okay, I'm gonna be quick, but why'd you say that? It's oh my gosh. Saints. Who did the Saints play last week?
Shit, they played
Carolina.
I'll tell you who they played. They played the Carolina.
Carolina. Okay, so they should have looked like gangbusters. Tyson Hill was actually running the ball and was effective. So that should let you know all that you need to know. Listen, Dallas goes 2-0. That defense is still formidable. Zimmerman has them playing great. He's actually moving Micah around rather than having him put his hand in the dirt 90% of the time, which he shouldn't be doing. So I'm Zimmer. I'm all for it. The offense is going to get even better. You got Zeke actually running 4 yards or less when you're in the red zone, which is what you're wanting anyway. Dowdle, you didn't really see, but you don't need to see a lot of. You get some more play action. I think they'll even be better. So, yeah, absolutely Dallas wins this. I would even say probably by 10 points. Book it.
Cowboys. Easy. I'm going to say it. I'm not picking the Saints for shit. I can't do it. I may not be able to pick my team. I damn sure ain't going to pick them. This will be a more competitive game than Dallas had week 1 because they played no one week 1. Cleveland is hot. Yeah, Cleveland bad.
They still have a good defensive line. Now
that did nothing.
Of it,
that did nothing.
And you
know
their
what? O line was porous.
Well, but what I like to see though was that offensive line was able to hold its own against a formidable defensive line. You can say what you want, but Garrett he's tough.
When he plays, he went back to Myles Garrett 2 years ago.
Yeah, we got some for them ain'ts. Now look, CQ, you going too far with it.
Put it up there. Y'all shocking the who?
No.
Temper. Put that up. Y'all shocking the who?
I've already put it up. I'm not gonna put it up again. Okay. Temper. Don't do that. Temper. Okay. It is Cleveland that we beat. Cleveland. When we go up against Baltimore and Philadelphia, then let's have that conversation because we'll see Baltimore within the next 4 weeks. I'm not saying Super Bowl. Thank you, Cute. Thank you, Cute. Stay real with it. Stay real, my friend.
All right, man, what's next? Let's run through these damn picks, man.
Let's
Bills go. At Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I'm gonna concur. I'm still not sold on Josh Allen. I think they win that game last week because of a horrible Arizona Cardinals team. Bengals at Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Twice. Hey man, this one I picked Falcons versus Eagles.
This would be a good matchup, but I think the Eagles take the Falcons. There's too many mistakes that the Falcons made against Pittsburgh that I thought the Falcons should have taken advantage of against that team. You got Fields, who hasn't really played, and he's in a new offense, and he's the backup. And again, it was just field goal. So no, I think the Eagles were going to take this. They showed me something against the Packers. They're just going to get better. And Saquon with 3 touchdowns. Jeez, what are we doing here?
Eagles had 2 starting players on defense out. They still won the game. Atlanta loses because Kirk Cousins is the starting quarterback, and I think he gets pulled and benched after week 2.
What? Hot take?
I'm saying it now. If I'm crazy, I'm crazy. That was horrible, bro.
It was very bad. But I don't think you pull him because you're paying too much for him to sit on a bench, especially after the second game. I'm saying folks acted like we were just I know, yes.
But weren't you?
No, we didn't make moves. Our offseason was trash. The team was not, but our offseason was trash.
Y'all still suck. No, y'all weren't trash at all. You weren't. You weren't. You really weren't.
We're going to see December 22nd, though, aren't we?
Deron Bland led the league in picks. Diggs got hurt. Y'all still have some pieces beat up. Went to a game, I think, probably overlooking Jordan Love. I'll say that. I mean that. I really do mean that. I think y'all got is one of the, y'all went into that UFC fight with your hands down. That big dude hit you on your chin, and your ass didn't bounce back from that shot.
I think we actually overlooked. We didn't overlook Jordan Love. We just thought he would run more and do more. And in actuality, they just ran it with their own running backs and just ran it down the road, and that was it.
All right.
Aaron Jones just.
All right, cool. We're gonna keep it moving. Colts, Green Bay, and I put this game on here just because we're talking about. Jordan Love is out with a sprained MCL, probably gonna miss 4 weeks. In the Packers,
at least 4 weeks.
With Malik Willis as their quarterback.
No, this is Colts all the way.
Anthony Richardson, I believe in you, man. Go and rip that horseshoe, baby. I'm going Colts in this one as well, Jay Styles.
Yeah, they finally get Jonathan Taylor running with Richardson, kind of figure out how to, get a good mix with those two. I was kind of disappointed in how they played the first week, but I'm hoping that they bounce back and do a lot better job.
I wasn't disappointed. They played against the Houston Texans team, who you say is going to the Super Bowl for the AFC
They
anyway.
are. They
So
are.
for them to play them as well as they did with Richardson as the quarterback, as being healthy, I think the Colts fared well the way they should have fared. I think they do. I think they did, and we shall see. But now you know what the time for, right?
Hey, top 5. Let's go.
It's time for the top 5. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. Big Game Sports Boys, top 5.
Man, don't put this up this queue when I'm supposed to be putting in introducing this stuff, man. Joe Love is going to have Kenny Smith knees. You can literally see it in this walk already. Kenny Smith has one of the worst walks of any athlete. Like his is almost as bad as Earl Campbell. All right, listen. Some people have
that brother so knock knee. God, dog.
Some people have some people list 100, some have a top 50, some have a top 25, some even punk out and do a top 10, but not here at BGSB. No. Big Game Sports Buzz. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. Top 5 this week. Top 5 current cornerbacks in the league.
Man, sorry. It's late.
Boy.
Q, that was funny. It was good. That's how Jay Styles was walking the first time I met him.
Wow. Okay. All
right, man.
Damn.
Top 5 cornerbacks this year. We had to finish out our top 5 position list, and we never did get to the corners. And the hell with breaking it down by division because the season is here. So no AFC, NFC. We just did top 5 corners. Number 5 for me, Charvarius Ward, the San Francisco 49ers. Over the last 2 years, this kid's had 25 pass breakups. And because that defense is so prolific, you always hear about the defensive line and their linebackers. The secondary always gets kudos and claps for how they do play, but so the front seven gets so much love that Charvarius Ward, I believe, is one of the best corners that's not really talked about a lot in the NFL. Number 4, Jair Alexander for the Packers. I've talked a lot of smack about him. Jair Alexander is different. He was in different press conferences last year for talking crazy. The game that he snuck in last year because he went back home, snuck in as a captain. Remember that? But needless to say, he's a player. He makes things happen on the field. And he's fun to watch. I got Jair Alexander. This one here, man, I've hated on this guy a lot. I have. And I think it's his antics off the field. But when I look at his play, you got to put Jalen Ramsey in this top 5. He did it in Jacksonville. He did it with the Rams. He's doing it with the Dolphins right now. Jalen Ramsey is a solid cornerback and one of the most notable in the league. He has a big mouth. He talks a lot, but he does play well. So Jalen Ramsey. Number 2, a guy is not going to get a lot of talk this year, I think, because his team is just mid, is Patrick Surtain Jr. For the Denver Broncos. Pat Surtain is a good one. Got drafted the same year as his dad, played against him in college, played against him in the NFL, and people say he's better than his dad. And to say that you're better than your dad at this level and doing what your dad did, that's all. That tells you what kind of player that Patrick Surtain Jr. is. And he's one of the best in the league. And he's my number 2. Number 1, just the name alone makes me put this guy in my top 5. If you can drop your first name and call yourself Sauce Gardner, Sauce Gardner is the best cornerback in the league. And to be his size, play the way that he needs to play the way he does, and do it within the rules where they protect the wide receivers, because it will be real. They do. They protect the wideouts. Sauce Gardner is that dude, man. I'm putting him on. I'll trust him to guard any number 1 on any team in the NFL. And that's my top 5, man.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, give yourself a hand clap. All right, so man, let's go through this thing.
Hate's coming. I feel it.
Number 5 for me is Patrick Surtain. 5. You heard me. 5. I don't have to list what he's done. 5. Number 4, Sauce Gardner. He's on my list, but he's number 4.
If you have shut up, Jane. Go ahead.
Number 3, the cornerback for the Bears, Jalen Johnson. I like this kid.
He's good.
I like this kid. He's hard nosed. He's got a nose for the ball. Love him. Number 2, Darius Slay. Now you can say what you want to, but Darius Slay, that dude, hey, he locks down sides, right? And you really don't want to throw to his side or to the person that he's guarding. And of course, number 1, yes, he's out, but he still, to me, is the number 1 cornerback, and that is Deron Bland. Bro,
I knew you. He's not even the best cornerback on your team, bro.
how can you what?
He's not better than
Listen.
Trayvon Diggs.
I knew you were going to say that, but Trayvon is coming off of injury. So that's the only reason why Diggs is not even on the list. He's
not on my
down.
list. He's not on my list. But
He's I wrote him down,
yeah,
but
he's better
not on the list because I got to see.
He's better than Bland. Bland had a couple games where he jumped the ball, made some good plays, and then got exposed.
A couple?
Yeah.
Bro, he led the league in intercept. What are we talking about?
Yeah, he had like 6 in 2 games.
Record. He almost broke the record.
Yeah, like 6 in 2 games.
Oh my God.
So you
almost broke the record in the regular.
Telling me that Deron Bland is better than Sauce Gardner? You got Sauce Gardner number 5.
I'm telling you that.
4.
I'm telling you that.
All right.
I got Sauce Gardner at number 4. He's a hell of a cornerback. He's a hell of a cornerback. But he gonna get beat. Just like Bland, just like everybody else on this list. But Bland, the difference between him is that he's a ball hawk. He's gonna go get the ball. And turnovers to me as a cornerback, hey, you gonna throw to my side, you gonna throw to him? Bet I'm gonna make you pay.
I ain't gonna say that. They only threw at him because who was on the other side before he got hurt last year?
Trayvon Diggs.
There it is.
And when they did, guess what happened? Uh-oh.
Well, his ass, you ain't about to find out this year for 6 weeks.
Well, 4 to 6 weeks, yeah, he's out. But you know what? When he gets back, we're hopeful that he's back to at least 75% to 80% of what he was. Because I'll still take that. I'll still take that over
position. You better not.
Over what's out there right now. Yes, I will.
You gonna invite him to come be toast when he get back, bro?
Hey man, again, if he's 80% of what he was, think about that. So if he had what? How many interceptions did he have? What?
He can't be 80% because at that 100%, his ass got toasted. He come back at 80, they're gonna strike the band up on his ass.
How many interceptions did he have? That's all I'm asking. How many interceptions did he have?
I don't know. He your number 1.
What,
shit.
10, them interceptions, something like that, right? If he's 80%, bro, that's still like 6-7 interceptions. I'll take that over your 2 that you may have for your whole defense down there in Tampa Bay. You're so lazy. Just type it in. Just type it in.
I don't want to type. I got fat fingers, bro. I be mistyping. Shut up.
Type it fast.
I got like all thumbs, bro. He had 9 interceptions last year.
I'll take that.
And one was a 4 interception game against the Washington Commanders, dog. The commies, as you call them. That was boo boo.
Hey, listen, it's still interceptions with pick sixes. Yeah, damn, exactly. I'll still take that. 80%.
Yeah, you will. That's right.
80%.
And I don't appreciate how you try to sneak down and talk bad about my team, bro. I heard what you said, dog. Don't act like just because I ain't addressed it, I ain't hear what you said. You know, my mama once told me, and Mama Big Game was here, and she told me ignore ignorance. So I let the shit go, okay? But don't think one time I didn't hear you try to slide that shot on in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, how many y'all have? What, like 2, 3 last season?
No, dog, we have more. Hey, man, don't play with me like that, bro. Sorry. We got a safety that the whole league want on our team, too. Don't you forget it. And we'll talk about them next week.
Safety, not cornerback. Hey, I'm Jay Stoggs, the Buff Nerd. Thank you for tuning in again. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this podcast with everybody you know. We appreciate you tuning in. Let's go.
I mean, that's Jay Stoggs, the crazy nerd. He ain't buff. He's cuckoo. It's Cocoa Puff. Anyway, man, for the Buff Nerd, Jay Stoggs, I'm your boy, Big Game James. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, love, peace, and fish grease.
Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype. It's big gang, big gang. Analysis from the